Life matters because you are important and you matter. Your life has purpose. Your story is important. Your dreams count. Your voice matters. Your presence on this earth makes a difference whether you see it or not. Life matters because every life is precious. Welcome to Life Matters podcast. I'm Mona Alhariri. In this episode, I will be talking about what's the difference between emotions, feelings, and moods. Let's find out. It's only a matter of time. Now, this is the short answer for what's the difference between emotions, feelings, and moods. Emotions comes first, then feelings comes after, as the emotion chemicals go to work in our bodies. Then moods develop from combination of feelings. Let me explain it more. Emotions are chemicals released in response to our interpretation. The word interpretation means explanation. Explanation of what? Of a specific thing that happened to us. For example, in previous experiences in our life. Emotions are intense and are caused by immediate circumstances. For example, something someone said maybe, or some memories you remembered, something you just saw, etc. Now, what about feelings? Feelings happen as we begin to integrate the emotion, like we use the word feel for both physical and emotional sensation. You can say, I feel cold, or I feel hot. But we can also emotionally feel cold. So it can be physically and emotionally. Feelings are often fueled. It's a mixture of emotions, and it lasts for longer than emotions. This is the feelings. So feelings is a mixture of emotions. It lasts longer than emotions. But what about moods? Let's see. Mood is a mental, physical, and emotional state that may last for several hours or days. So it lasts for several hours or days. And it's a mix of feelings and emotions. This is mood. Moods are a collection of feelings and emotions. For example, such as environment, the people around us, the weather, and we can say also what we eat, our health. Emotions and feelings affect our last. For example, when we are with people, we're happy, we're enjoying our food, and we are smiling, we are talking together, we feel happy and joyful. So this creates a good mood, right? And this mood may last for several hours or even days. However, it is a temporary state of mind. Mood is a temporary state of mind. All right. I believe you might want to know more about the difference between feelings, emotions, and moods. But let me start first with the relationship between mood and emotion. What's the relationship between them? Mood and emotions are inherently related. What does it mean inherently? Related means deeply related. In fact, a mood is a mixture of emotions and feelings. A mood is a mixture of emotions and feelings, as I mentioned before. For example, when you are in a good mood, you feel happy and relaxed and calm. But when you are in a bad mood, you may feel grumpy and angry and upset, right? But emotions are very brief in duration. Duration means timing. Usually it's only seconds or minutes. This is emotions. But the time of moods can last for days. So Let me tell you about the difference between the mood and the emotions. The mood is a state, or let me say quality of feeling at a particular time, but an emotion is a strong feeling originating from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. Emotions are very brief in duration, usually seconds or minutes, but moods can last for days. And moods are not usually caused by specific events, by the way, but emotions are. Emotions are caused by specific events. In other words, like it is not easy to identify what triggers a mood, whereas it's easy to identify what triggers an emotion. Moods are general. There are two basic moods as good mood and bad mood. In contrast, there are a variety of emotions. For example, anger, hate, fear and happiness, surprise, disgust, sadness, etc. The intensity of moods are relatively less intense, means less powerful than emotions. So less intense means less powerful. Besides, mood has a gradual onset. What does it mean, onset? It means start, when it starts. Whereas emotions are, it comes all of a sudden, suddenly. So the conclusion here of these differences, a mood is a state or quality of feeling at a particular time, whereas the emotion is a strong feeling originating from one's circumstances, mood, or relationships with others. So the main difference between mood and emotion is that emotion may last only minutes and seconds, but mood tends to last longer. Stay with me, don't go away, I'm coming back. So let me talk more about the difference between emotions, feelings, and mood. Now, the main difference between mood and emotion is that an emotion may last only minutes, seconds, whereas mood tends to last longer. Mood and emotions are two words that describes what? Describe our mental state. The mental state, when you are in good mood, you feel happy and relaxed and calm, but when you are in a bad mood, you may feel grumpy and angry. Therefore, it's clear that emotions are connected, right? So they are connected to your mood. However, they are not the same. In fact, a mood is a mix of emotions and feelings. So again, to understand more about feelings are more cognitively saturated, which means cognitively means what? Means is absorbed by the mind. Cognitively saturated, which means is absorbed by the mind, as the emotion chemicals are processed in our brains and bodies. Feelings are often fueled by a mix of emotions, and it lasts for longer than emotions. Moods are more generalized. They're not tied to a specific incident, but a collection of inputs. You want me to repeat this again? Feelings are often fueled by a mix of emotions and last for longer than emotions. This is feelings. But moods are more generalized. They're not tied to a specific incident, but a collection of inputs. Now, one of the main differences between mood and emotion can be seen in the expression, facial expressions, and so mood is something a person may not express. But the emotion you can express. It can be seen. Another difference is that moods may last longer than the emotions, as we mentioned before. So here the difference between mood and emotion can be seen in the expression. Mood is something a person may not express, whereas emotions may be expressed. For example, if a person gets angry, he expresses that emotion towards someone. Now, when you are angry and upset, what do you do sometimes? You shout, right? You yell, you keep on yelling. And if a person is in a sad mood, he will not be able to express this thing to others. So this is the difference now between your emotion when you are angry and furious. You start yelling and shouting and you are showing your emotions. Whereas when you are in a bad mood, you will not be able to express to others. And mood here may stay for a long period, whereas emotions only last for the time being. And anger or happiness pertains to the time it is felt. On the other hand, sadness or any other mood is something that can be felt for many, many days. Now, when compared to moods, emotions are more extreme, by the way. So mood is something a person may not express, whereas emotions may be expressed. Mood may last for a long period, whereas emotions may last only for the time being. Stay with me, I'm Mona Alhariri. Now let me explain more about feelings. In contrast to emotions, feelings originate in the neocortical region of the brain, and they are reactions to the emotions. Feelings form when your brain assigns a meaning to the emotional experience that you're having. This is feelings. Because they are based on an emotional experience, feelings can be entirely subjective and varies. It varies from person to person. For example, like we said before, you can feel happy, anxious, or angry, or you felt sad, or you're feeling disgusted. So these are all feelings. Pain and hunger are a couple of examples of this, by the way. If you're injured, you can feel pain. Or, for example, you haven't eaten all day when I said hungry. When you haven't eaten all day, you're bound to feel hungry at some point. So, unlike emotions, feelings are completely conscious. And this is the one key difference between them. So learning the differences between feelings versus emotions can be quite valuable for understanding and improving your mental health. It can change your life for the better. Yes, it does. Looking at the management of emotions versus moods, it becomes significantly more difficult to regulate one's emotions if they occur during or within a mood. So looking at the management of emotions versus moods, it becomes significantly more difficult to regulate one's emotions if they occur during or within a mood. A person in an irritable mood will not be able to modulate an episode of anger as easily or quickly as they would otherwise. Not only should the anger during an irritable mood be more intense and less controlled, it should decay more slowly, last longer, that means. Now here's another feature used to argue the difference between moods and emotions, is expression. Moods do not own their own unique facial expression, while many of the emotion does. If you're depressed, anxious, angry, worried, or confused, let me say frustrated, upset, or ashamed, please remember that you are not alone in your struggle with painful feelings and experiences. You're not alone. We're humans. Everybody experiences emotional distress sometimes. It's normal. Everybody gets moody. Moods are a natural part of your emotional rhythm, right? I believe so. So understanding your moods helps you manage them and feel better faster. Now, before I conclude my topic today and my subject about emotions, the difference between emotions, feelings, and moods, let me say life matters, so does emotions. To make decisions, to understand others, moreover, they help other people to understand us. This is what emotions does. Emotions help us to take action, to survive, strike, and avoid danger, to make decisions, to understand others. Moreover, they help other people to understand us. Life matters, so does our feelings. They matter. Feelings allow us to experience an endless array of emotions. They are what gives us the ability to experience the joys and sorrows that life and all its ups and downs brings to us. Life matters and our mood matters, and having good mental health help us relax more, achieve more, and enjoy our lives more. This is me, Mona Alhariri. Stay safe. Goodbye for now.